It's great for me to be in Illinois and see the word Civic Mission of Schools in the title of an effort, because that's the title of a report issued 10 years ago, which I helped with, but a lot of other people were involved. It really, one of the important things about it was that it had about 50 authors, so it represented a consensus statement, not my ideas. And it has had ripples and influence. I think the Illinois effort is one of the most potent and important ones in the country. You've actually got democracy schools, and you've got a lobbying effort. But there are other things going on all across the country. For example, I was just in LA a couple weeks ago, where they're deliberately copying, with your permission, the Illinois model, and they've got the Los Angeles democracy schools. So it's spreading. So the Civic Mission of Schools report is now 10 years old, and I think we've learned two big things since then. One is we recommended 6 what we called promising practices for civic education back then. Promising because we didn't think the research was completely definitive. I think the research has built up and made those practices look more and more strong and important. So now they call them the 6 proven practices, and I think that's right. So that's one thing. The other thing, though, is in many ways our political system, our political culture, actually looks worse now than it was 10 years ago. People are more alarmed by the dysfunction of our government, by the divisions in our country. And so that kind of shifts the attention now to a different set of issues, more concern about civility, teaching civility, learning civility, hoping that our kids can actually lead the way to a better democracy. I often like to say that supporting civic learning in a state is a marathon, not a sprint. So it's very important to pass supportive legislation, like to maybe in Illinois to mandate a course, which you're one of only 10 states not to mandate a social studies course. But it's nothing like that is going to solve the problem by itself. So everything depends on quality of implementation. Have a course makes no difference unless it's a good course. And that, of course, is a matter of professional development, hiring, preparing teachers, making good assessments, assessing well, improving the assessments, supporting schools, community partnerships. Everything has to do with quality, and so that's not going to end. It's not going to be solved tomorrow. It's going to be, we're still going to be here in another 10 years working on it, because that's just the nature of it.